Earlier this summer, we went over the new fleet management package that we came out, which covered fleet management for assigning and seating drivers and managing your trucks, trip planning, where you would go in and assign trucks to loads and manage those and build out your legs, and appointment setting. This round, what we're going to review is the enhancements to trip planning, which include the ability to filter your assets and your freight utilizing inbound, outbound logic. The exciting news for the new release is we've enhanced the trip planning greatly, and we have now included the ability to do inbound, outbound planning. So you can set your screens up, and the example I've got here is I'm viewing all my assets that are in the Illinois market, and I'm comparing them, as you can see here in this example, to all my loads that are outbound out of Illinois within a date range. You can see that these will change dynamically depending on the view that you have. It's very easy to go in and set this up. I will show you the view process for this particular one. This would be for all loads that are outbound. And you can see it's as simple as choosing the zone that you want, whether you want teams, both, whatnot. The inbound, outbound selections here on whether you're looking for freight that's going outbound or you're looking for, if you're using assets, all my assets that are going to be inbound to that location that you've got pre-set up. And like any of the other views, you would go through the standard setup and configuration that you would normally do for a standard view. In the process of planning, then as you pick your views and go through them, you can change the dates dynamically. You don't have to go back in the view, so you don't have to set up what the important part is, you do not have to keep setting views up for the zones that you're working in. Once you have a view, it's basically for choosing the data that you're wanting to see on the screen initially. You can easily go in and remove the view simply by clicking on the X and typing in a new zone that you want to plan for. And by doing this, if you have loads within the date span, and you can change your range, it's going to go out and it's going to find all the loads that are within that area for planning. I changed my date range, and now I see all my loads that are outbound out of Wisconsin. And again, you can apply this to assets inbound, and you can apply this to all your assets, including trucks or whatever, for outbound and inbound freight. Now that you've seen the inbound, outbound capabilities of the fleet management module, let's go into the new component that we've just finished, which is your equipment management. This gives you the ability to manage trailer pools, chassis, and containers. You can have these, define these as being in secured and unsecured lot locations. And the way that you would do this, you would take an account, terminal, however you have this set up in your system, and you'll see I've pulled up the Chicago terminal right now, and I've already defined this as a drop location. This is a requirement that you have to define every asset that you want to drop a trailer on, a container, or a chassis as a drop location. Once you define it as a drop location, you'll come down to the equipment pool area and you'll add a new equipment pool. I've already created a secure trailer pool for Chicago, and I'm going to make a new one, and you'll see how easy this is as typing in the name of the lot location, and I'm going to call this Chicago Unsecure, and I'm going to create this as a trailer pool location, and it is going to be an unsecured lot. I'm going to set it up for a 5-day threshold for your reporting, so you can do aging. You don't want your trailers to sit there more than 5 days, otherwise you want to be alerted to the fact that it's sitting there longer than that. What is my minimum allowed quantity of unsecured trailers on this lot, and what is the maximum amount of trailers I want on this lot for reporting? You can also add in the counts that for the available empties and the available loaded. All I have to do is save this, and I've just now created a trailer pool. As you can see here on the screen, this is the equipment trailer pool view for the fleet management console. Here you'll see the trailer pool and the information available. You'll see the brand new trailer pool that we just created, which is Chicago unsecured, and you'll also see the trailer pool that we have for the Chicago secured trailer pool, and other trailer pools that have been defined that actually have trailers in it right now. So let's come down here by clicking on any one of these locations. It will dynamically change the values in the lower part of the grid to give you all the information about this equipment. You can create views, change the column headers just like you can through all the other applications to manage this. You can also go in and you can do spotting. So this is going to allow you to do yard checks and come through your trailers and update the values that they have. So let's just pick a few of these trailers right here and let's spot the equipment. The available information that you have here, it's going to give you all the information. And let's say that this equipment right now really isn't located this one is not in the Missouri terminal. It's actually sitting in the new Chicago terminal. And I'm going to simply reposition this trailer here. The status is available. I can come in and say who's making this change, which would be myself right now. I can pick today's date and time, and I can save this. Or I can come up to this nice little icon here and I can say this applies to all these trailers, and I will say copy to all of them and save it. So it's very, very quick to update these. You'll also notice on this refresh, these trailers are no longer here, but if I come down to the Chicago terminal, here's my new trailers. Also during the event of a yard check, if you have any equipment that has a problem, I'm going to come in here and respot this, and I'm going to come in and I'm going to change it that this equipment is damaged, and I have the ability to come up here and I can say, let's say at damage control, please fix this equipment. I can share this, and now this chatter feed will be mentioned to the person on the other end. It will show up on their system. They'll be able to see that this trailer 1010 has a problem and it needs to be corrected. And I'll save this particular record. And you'll also notice down here, it's already marked as a status of damaged. This is how you would manage and manipulate and utilize for trailers, chassis, and frames for your equipment in multiple locations. If you have customers that you're going to set up trailer pools with, you would just go into the account, go to the transportation profile, set that up so that it's a drop location, and you can set up the trailer pool statistics for that. And when you pull up this screen, you have the same ability as everything else, that you can search by areas, only view certain customers for trailer pools, and manage everything. Very nice and neat in this one screen. Now I'm going to show you how to use the equipment management screen. Now that we've got it set up, we're going to apply it. First thing I'm going to do is go into a trip plan. I need to find trailers for this load. I'm going to search, and I have the ability of changing radius, searching origin, or searching destination, or both. Right now I'm just going to turn off the destination, and I'm going to increase my radius 50 miles, and you'll see that I get additional options out here for trailer pools. As I change my options, I'm going to get a listing of trailers that are going to be available in the area. I'm going to go to the Illinois terminal here. You'll see now that I've got 204 loaded miles, 78 deadhead miles, 282 total miles, and a 28% deadhead that I'm going to do on this load. I'm going to choose a trailer. I'm going to add it to my trip plan. As you can see now, by choosing the trailer to come out of the Illinois terminal, it automatically added in a new stop at the very beginning. And you can see we've got action and cargo status off to the side. So this trailer, the driver's going to go in, going to do a pickup on an empty trailer for trailer 1005. The next stop is going to be where we're going to go down and load it. So you'll see trailer 1005 has been copied. It's already set for hooked. Now I change the status of what's going to occur. In this case, they're going to do a live load. You'll see this continues down through the entire load, and at the very end of the run, what I want them to do is I want them to do a live unload. This means they're going to leave with the trailer. I will save this trip plan. Now all the instructions are in place. As you can see, the driver has all the information they need. But let's say when I go to my first location and do the pickup, they're going to add a seal to this. I can come in and I can add the seal information, save the trip plan, and it will take this data and automatically apply it to the remaining stops below. At any given time, as I set up additional segments to this data will be continually brought down through the entire trip plan for you without you having to recopy it. You can change it if you swap out seal numbers. It's a very flexible tool. You can change trailers. Again, if you were going to build a system and utilize containers, you can drop frames, pick frames, keep the container attached to it. It's an incredibly flexible system that is going to allow you to manipulate and build out all your transportation needs when managing your attached assets. So this summarizes all the new features that we have. You've seen the inbound, outbound capabilities now for planning with your freight and your assets, and the features that we have now for all the equipment management, whether you're using trailers, containers, or chassis. As you can see, this is very feature rich for managing your equipment today.